gift at WNKY News 40 on Chestnut. Together, South Central Kentucky and Toys for Tots can make every child's Christmas brighter this year.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, call Crocker Law Firm.
Want justice? Go to JudgeJudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Now, they repossessed one of the cars that was in your name.
Yes, ma'am.
I said to you, well, where's the other car? You had two cars. It's parked. It's parked at his house.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm not giving you $5,000. It's not happening. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Now we understand each other. So I would suggest that it's your car in your name.
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
if you're really broken up with the defendant, that you go and take the car and take it to your own house. We're done.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow.
Parties are excused and they step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
I think it was unfair.
Man, I feel sorry for the situation because we really had love for each other.
No, there's no relationship. We haven't had one in a very long time.
You know, it's really about love.
I don't know. I won't get my money back for anything, and all that goes on my credit.
It's the money thing a lot of times with people.
Because I paid his child support. I've been taking care of him.
I never want to see anybody crying.
He called me and told me that the car was not there outside the building when he get ready to go to the store. So that's how I found out.
I'm a compassionate, generous person, you know.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it whatsoever. No bank accounts, no loans, no vehicles, nothing.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us here tonight for News 40 at 5. I'm Noah Fairber.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome into a Monday evening. Calmer, quieter weather than what we had on Saturday. Oh, my goodness.
I was
what
lucky to,
a day.
I was lucky to not be in town, but I feel for everybody that was because there was a lot of damage, and I'm just glad we're getting some better weather this week.
Yeah, for those that's got to do cleanup, they're going to have some great weather to do that, although it is chilly. But look at the sunset. Oh, my goodness. Actually, just past sunset, you're looking live at our AAA Systems downtown weather camera from our top at or the camera top, or I should say the top of the hill at Reservoir Hills, what I'm trying to say. As you see the clear sky, we've got a beautiful sunset across the area and everything looking good. It is going to be quite chilly though this evening. 42 right now in Bowling Green, but we already have some 30s showing up, and it's going to get a lot colder than that tonight. As a matter of fact, it is going to be a clear, cold evening with a low of 27. A little bit of a warm up in the coming days. I'll check out the 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Our top story tonight, one national group aiding in the recovery efforts for Logan County just landed today in the Olmsted area, the Southern Baptist Disaster Relief Team. The volunteer group estimates they'll be there till around Friday, helping to clean up different places out in the county that have suffered extensive damage. One member of the organization is actually native to Eastern Kentucky, and she helped out over there too. She said regardless of location, they're doing important work for someone.
But see, wherever we're at, we're helping people that are friends and family. Might not be people we know, but it's somebody's friends and somebody's family.
Smith says though the tornado blew through more rural areas, we can't look at the scope of disaster. We need to look at the individual, because regardless of how much damage is done to the area, it's a disaster to that one person. News 40's Michael Ridgway shares more of Logan County's storm story tonight on News 40 at 6. Well, right now, BGMU crews are in Tennessee helping to get the lights back on after an EF2 tornado hit the Hendersonville and Gallatin area. BGMU posted this image early this morning, wishing their crew a safe trip over the next few days to help with restoration efforts. The National Weather Service says winds in that area reached speeds of 125 miles an hour. A blood drive today to mark the second anniversary of the deadly December 2021 tornadoes ended up serving as a call to action to help our neighbors in Tennessee who are cleaning up after Saturday's devastating storm. You may remember 2 years ago, multiple blood donation sites went up within hours after the storm, inviting our community to help those in need by making a life-saving donation.
the way that the community responded to that tragedy, that entire week, the many people that we met, the stories that we listened to, the tears and laughters and hugs. It was a phenomenal time to be in Bowling Green and watch this community step up, reach out, and help their fellow community members.
If you missed today's Blood Assurance Blood Drive, there's still time to give. Visit bloodassurance.org to schedule an appointment or find the next scheduled blood drive. Saturday's devastation serves as an eerie reminder of what we witnessed as a community just 2 years ago when deadly tornadoes tore through our Warren County community in the dark on December 11th, 2021. 17 people were killed, many others injured, and the landscape of our streets and neighborhoods were unrecognizable. The following day, an EF3 tornado was confirmed in Warren County. The deadly tornado-producing storms traveled through 4 states and more than 200 miles on December 10th and 11th. The city of Bowling Green, through a FEMA grant, has been approved to design 5 new storm shelters inside the city limits. The project will see 1 shelter placed in Pettigo Park and another 2 shelters in the Lovers Lane Soccer Complex and Preston Miller Park. The investment in the parks will see them managed by BGPR and will give thousands access to mostly walkable storm shelters.
We're hopeful to see construction within the next 18 to 24 months. In these grant programs, just sometimes things can get delayed. But what they are is it's a resource for the community. And so we're targeting our park systems, specifically our park systems with neighborhoods around them, so that we have a type of shelter that people can walk to during periods of inclement weather.
These shelters will be purpose-built to regional standards and will have room for roughly 150 people in the event of a storm. Well, to state news now, tomorrow is Inauguration Day in Kentucky, and as you can imagine, the day is filled with plenty of events. Beginning at midnight, Governor Andy Beshear will be sworn in as governor during a private ceremony. Then later tomorrow morning, the more than 100-year-old tradition of Franklin residents bringing ham biscuits and cake to the governor's mansion will kick off the rest of the day. The parade will be followed by the public swearing-in ceremony on the Capitol steps and the governor's inaugural address. First Lady Brittany Beshear says this year's inaugural theme is a celebration of what Kentuckians have overcome in the last few years, from the pandemic to the tornadoes in the west and flooding in the east.
How we have come together and gotten through so many hard times over the past 4 years. How together we have moved forward to arrive where we are today as we build a bright future.
The Capitol steps, the Grand March begins where the Commonwealth will hear the sounds of South Central Kentucky's very own Orchestra Kentucky before the night ends with the inauguration ball. News 40 will follow tomorrow's events and bring you the story on air and online at WNKY.com. A deer in Ballard County is the first confirmed case of chronic wasting disease in Kentucky. The disease is similar to mad cow disease and is deadly 100% of the time in deer who catch it. People sometimes call this condition zombie deer. Dylan Payne spoke with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife today for What Happens Now.
I shot my first deer when I was 6 years old. So done it my whole life, duck, deer, turkey, all of it.
That's Mason Wally. He grew up hunting with his dad and brother, but now hunting deer may be a little different. With the first case of chronic wasting disease in the state, hunters expect changes.
It affects whitetail deer.
Deputy Commissioner for Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, Gabe Jenkins, said the approach for now is to wait and see.
Right now, it's really for us a wait and see. We just found our first detection. We're at the very end of deer season. We're looking at a very, very low deer harvest for the next 3 or 4 weeks to finish the season up. What we want to do is ensure that we put in restrictions and regulations that are not overly burdensome, but also effective.
Increased regulations in 5 West Kentucky counties were the result of a zombie deer in Tennessee. One of those regulations is the banning of deer baiting, and the hunters say the rule doesn't really work.
From what I've gathered, the banning of baiting deer, I'm opposed to it. I think it's a good thing to have. I think if we weren't baiting deer, they would be getting it from multiple other reasons, whether it's drinking the same water, eating off the same corn stalks.
With the holiday season fast approaching, an organization in Louisville hosted their annual Christmas party to give those they help a Merry Christmas. The Dream Factory is an organization that helps kids who have life-threatening illnesses. Their party allows current and former Dream Factory kids and their families an opportunity to ring in the season. From holiday games to hot chocolate, it's a way for families to take their minds off of everything going on and have a great time.
They have had so much health involved in their life. It's just taken their focus away from health and doctors and gave them something fun to look forward to and made their eyes sparkle again.
To learn more about what the Dream Factory has to offer, including their branch here in Bowling Green, visit dreamfactoryinc.org. Well, it is not easy being perfect, but a Kentucky 8th grader was just that after she bowled a perfect game last week, adding her name to the coveted 300 Club. Chris Jacobs has her story.
It was 12 up and 12 down.
Come on, Alyssa! Come on, hit.
And just like that, Alyssa Beckdahl had a perfect game. Her name added to the coveted 300 Club.
It was just a fun, exciting, emotional moment for me.
And the emotions were flying high as this normally stoic bowler spared no drama in the big moment.
I cried because I've always tried and I work very hard with the sport, and hitting that moment is so amazing.
At only 13 years old, she's already got the mindset of a seasoned vet.
The mental part, again, is very hard, so you've got to stay in the moment and be calm and continue making good shots.
It's a maturity her coach can see. One reason he picked her as captain of a high school team, even though she's only in 8th grade.
When you're older and you have a younger leader, it can be challenging sometimes, but I always want to help them, and I'm there to help them.
She helps the other kids that, I mean, I teach them. The girls only listen to me so much, and a peer really helps out.
David Phelps, coach of the Dixie Heights bowling team, says his youngest player always remains cool, calm, and collected. But during her perfect game, all bets were off for him to do the same.
I was a baseball player, so yes, very superstitious.
And even when the writing was on the wall, Coach Phelps didn't want to do anything to jinx the magic he was seeing.
I think it was about the 7th frame. I posted up on my spot, and my feet didn't move the entire time.
But nothing seemed to slow Alyssa down that day.
My stomach was turning big time. I think I had more nerves going than she did.
Still to come on News 40 at 5, a little bit of health update as we get into our health minute about how to avoid weight gain during the holiday season. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back with a full look at our forecast. He'll tell you what you can expect from the storm damage that happened this weekend and what's to come this week right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
Looking to shop for a cause or to donate to a local nonprofit store? Visit the Habitat Restore of Bowling Green, located at the corner of 8th and Center across from the Bowling Green Ballpark. Call or visit our website today to learn more.
At Hard Copies, we're the music lovers music store. With our sizable new music selection, our slice of local flavor, and wall-to-wall swag. We're your prime local spot for all things in rock. Hard Copies, located inside Greenwood Mall.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think. Jayco Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and you'll your home will be protected with our exclusive 210 home warranty, backed by our full-time service department. Find your dream home today at jagohomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Diversified Electrical is now hiring. Positions include electrician, electrician assistant, and job foreman. Pay range is $18 to $55 per hour. Insurance, holiday pay, vacation, and more great benefits available. Find out more at diversifiedelectrical.com.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, I was actually home this weekend in Sumner County. Wasn't able to go down to Hendersonville, Gallatin, areas where the hardest hit areas in the county of the tornadoes, but I've seen pictures and videos, and it is just...
It's heartbreaking. It really is. And to think that it happened almost on the same day as back in 2021, which is today, the two-year anniversary of that. We were just 2 days off, but my goodness, the devastation there, and 6 lives lost, or actually more than that is the latest count. So here in Kentucky, we did not have the fatalities, but we had several reports of funnel clouds and some long tracking tornadoes. In fact, we were tracking those, or that particular storm that came up out of West Tennessee, and then it moved through the Clarksville area, then came across into southern Todd County, and that's where in the Olmsted community that they saw that EF2 tornado with winds of over 115 miles per hour as it moved through there. And then we had the tornado that moved through parts of Warren County that was rated at an EF1, and that one went through the Rich Pond area, and we were tracking that through 6880 as it came through Bowling Green, and then it started to take a little bit of a turn to the right, as sometimes these storms often do, and that's where we had several reports of structures toppled over and some peeled back roofs and things like that, and then it just weakened a little bit more. Now, there were other numerous reports of funnel clouds and tornadoes, but those are the two that stand out over the area as far as what happened on Saturday. Most of the activity, as you saw, unfortunately was down just across the border in Middle Tennessee. Here's a look at live cam, AAA systems, downtown Bowling Green. What a picture, as we're seeing a little bit of still some daylight and a few drifting high clouds back in the distance, but it's going to be a cold night because of the clear sky that we're going to see. Right now it's 42 with a light southwest wind at 6, humidity 53%, the dew point getting dry, and this is kind of telling us where we might land as far as a low temperature tonight, mid-20s or so, and I think that's probably the way it's going to be by early tomorrow morning. Now, we had a high today of 45, 5 degrees cooler than the normal of 50, but then 25 is where we started this morning, a frosty start, 32 where we should be. That's a 7-degree difference, and I think tomorrow morning, yeah, it's probably going to be about the same way, thanks to the clear skies and the very tranquil atmosphere that we have over the area. All the storms have cleared away, and in fact, looking down the road, not just this week, but also into the weekend, everything looks quiet. So we have no major storms coming in anytime soon. High pressure down in the Gulf of Mexico is going to help that southerly flow continue a little bit tonight, but we do have an upper wave that is coming through, a dry cold front that'll be here late tomorrow night and into Wednesday morning, and that's going to cool us back down by a few degrees. Tomorrow will be warmer than today, but by the time we get into Wednesday, well, we're going to have more of a northerly flow thanks to that high pressure that's going to be over Illinois, and with a few clouds, we are going to be a little cooler. After that, as we get near Christmas, maybe a little bit of a warm-up as we get through the days just before that time. In the meantime, clear cold tonight, 27 for the overnight low. Tomorrow we'll get up to 55 and mainly sunny. And you see, we stay in the 50s throughout much of the next 7 days, and overnight lows anywhere from the upper 20s to low to mid 30s. And here's what's coming up tonight on NBC 40.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you have any trouble receiving Social Security benefits, call our office today for a free consultation.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day. News 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day. WNKY. Yeah, when you want the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day. The News 40 sunrise way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Staybridge Suites is the first choice for extended stay lodging in South Central Kentucky. Located in the heart of town, we can accommodate your every need. Whether it's lodging for your next business conference or team members staying for months at a time, Staybridge Suites offers all the comforts of home. With daily hot breakfast, a weekly social hour, and multiple room styles that include full kitchens, let us be your home away from home. Staybridge Suites in Bowling Green.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
It's the winning season at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win cash or free play with nightly drawings December 25th through the 31st. Bring home the jolly this holiday season at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Visit themintgaming.com for more details.
This December, Kelly's all new. This is dangerous. I do not need another dog.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
It's a season of joy and junk food. If you're worried about putting on holiday weight, you're not alone. In today's Health Minute, we hear from a doctor on ways to avoid packing on those holiday pounds. From holiday cookies to cakes and carbs, overdoing it on holiday treats can be the gift that keeps on giving.
The average person gains about a half a pound to 1 pound during the holiday season.
Dr. Jesse Bracamonte with Mayo Clinic says many people don't lose that weight. Over time, it can add up.
Puts us at risk for problems such as diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, some types of inflammatory problems such as even some cancers.
Maintaining a healthy weight during the holidays can be hard. Bracamonte says it's okay to enjoy foods you love, but be strategic.
Stay on your focused mealtime plans, which means if you have breakfast, have your breakfast. Stick to your lunch. Try not to overindulge and skip meals.
Bracamonte says to limit sugary drinks and alcohol, which can add empty calories. Remember to keep up with exercise, even a 10-minute walk after or before holiday gatherings. Control your stress level. We tend to eat more when we're stressed, and don't graze at those gatherings.
Have a small plate to place the food on rather than doing the eat and peck method. You tend to eat more calories with that. Having a smaller plate may help to kind of limit those calories.
Finally, slow down and savor the holiday food.
You're typically going to be more conscientious of what goes in your mouth, and plus, what goes in your mouth, you must enjoy.
Dr. Bracamonte says if you're at a holiday gathering and don't enjoy what's on your plate, don't feel the need to finish it. Instead, he says to save the calories for something you do enjoy. The Supreme Court dismissed several cases on federal government COVID vaccine mandates Monday. Those cases were filed against a pandemic-era mandate that required government workers to get vaccinated. In 2 of those cases, lower courts ruled against challengers to the mandate, but in the other, a lower court ruled in favor. The Biden administration rescinded vaccine requirements for federal workers in May. The justices determined that makes the cases moot. More than 3 million Americans suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. That's according to a Friday report from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. It found that 1.3% of adults had chronic fatigue syndrome between 2021 and 2022. The new findings place a sharp focus on the disease as it determined that far more people suffer from chronic fatigue than previously estimated. Researchers noted that these numbers may represent an undercount. Still to come on News 40 at 5, the University of Pennsylvania's president resigned over the anti-Semitism charges that have been coming to the House. We'll have more right after this.
Did you know that even if you quit smoking up to 15 years ago, that you could still be at risk for lung cancer? a lung cancer screening could save your life. If you are a current or former smoker between the ages of 50 and 80 years old, ask your doctor if you are eligible for a lung cancer screening. MedCenter Health Primary Care offers 8 locations across South Central Kentucky where you can get started.
Russell Sims Aquatic Center season passes make great gifts. Solo passes are $85 and family 4 passes are $200. Get your passes before prices go up by calling or visiting bgky.org/BGPR.
Are your basement walls bowing or cracked? USS is here to help. Cracks along your basement wall are telltale signs moisture is collecting in the soil against your foundation, causing the weakest point of your wall to bow. USS has the support you need with our innovative Invisibeam. It's the strongest carbon fiber strap on the market and the only one ICC certified with a lifetime warranty. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Holidays for the Homeless has arrived at Leachman Buick GMC. Help impact lives within your local community by donating essential items needed this winter season. Items needed most are hats, coats, gloves, blankets, and sleeping bags. Leachman will be serving as the drop-off location now through January 1st. Let's share the love with those who need it most this holiday season. Brought to you by Leachman Buick GMC.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we look at the last Titans game, we preview the next Titans game. That's the Mike Vrabel Show on CBS 40.
Join the Sunday mornings on WNKY, CBS 40.
In a major shakeup over the weekend at one of the country's leading institutions of higher learning, the University of Pennsylvania's president stepped down. Skylar Henry is on Capitol Hill with that story and why so many lawmakers want other university presidents to follow suit.
More than 500 Harvard professors submitted a petition backing University President Claudine Gay, who is under pressure to resign after last week's congressional hearings on anti-Semitic behavior on college campuses. Gay and the presidents from MIT and the University of Pennsylvania have all come under scrutiny after struggling to answer some questions about their policies.
Calling for the genocide of Jews violates Harvard Code of Conduct, correct?
Again, it depends on the context.
It does not depend on the context. The answer is yes, and this is why you should resign. These are unacceptable answers across the board.
Penn's president, Liz McGill, did just that over the weekend. McGill submitted a resignation letter Saturday, saying it has been my privilege to serve as president of this remarkable institution. Afterwards, Stefanik tweeted, 1 down, 2 to go.
Stefanik is not alone. More than 70 members of Congress from both parties have sent letters to the governing boards of the universities demanding the president step down.
House members say they're launching investigations to look into anti-Semitism on other college campuses as well.
This is not just confined to these campuses. We want to look at Columbia, Cornell, and many, many other institutions.
Harvard President Gay later apologized, saying she should have been clear that threats against Jewish students are unacceptable at Harvard.
Stay tuned because we'll have a final check of your forecast when we return.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Shop at Fireline Guns and Knives this Christmas. Check out our selection of firearms, knives, candles, coffee, concealed carry purses, and more. Follow us on Facebook for weekly deals and rebate offers. Fireline Guns and Knives in Glasgow.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
My darling granddaughter, this camera was given to me when I was your age. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
It's so surprising what the little things can do. Wouldn't it be wonderful if everybody
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think. Jayco Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at JaycoHomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. Hopscotch. Someone came to play.
On WNKY, NBC 40.
Well, Chris, this weather this weekend, I'm glad to see some consistency coming into the forecast this week, not just in the temperatures, but what we'll actually be getting heading out this week.
And a lot of folks, especially south of us and even around here, are going to need those days to clean up after the tornadoes that happened on Saturday. So you're going to get some really good weather. Tonight is going to be clear and cold, down to 27. We will get a warm up in the next few days, and temperatures getting back to more seasonable readings than what we've had lately. You know, that 60, almost 70 degree weather we had on Saturday is while we had the severe weather.
Exactly, and we'll see 20 degrees tonight, which may not be the best temperatures to clean up in, but these 50-degree temperatures coming through the rest of the week will definitely help out.
It's going to get better.
Yes, yes. Well, as always, we appreciate you joining us on News 40 at 5. We will see you over on CBS 40 for News 40 at 6.
So then a car started driving towards the entrance of the neighborhood? Yeah.